My name is Ross Wilson. I've lived here 22 years. I bought a commercial fishing business 30 years ago, and was told it would be very good fishing up this top end of the lake, so that's how I ended up purchasing my place here. Oh, I think one, with the commercial business, it's convenient, and you know, like the whole area, like it's just a beautiful place to be in general. Way out in the country, which I like. I've always been out in the country, so. The community here, like we're very close knit, of course. Most of us get on very well. We look after each other. I mean, I get out and mow the lawns and do a bit of gardening for some of the neighbours, which are elderly, of course. So they appreciate that. They reciprocate by jams and eggs and all the bits and pieces, which is just a country thing they do. Yeah, no, it's certainly taken its toll. I mean, it's very tiring, and a lot of them around here, it's affected their health badly. I've seen them deteriorate, and it's a shocking thing. This should never happen in this day and age, what these people are doing. Basically, it's we were given a 4-year plan, as in we had 4 years to go, and we'll be evicted out of our homes by Ngai Tahu, of course. And we were to remove our buildings at our own cost, and they will not compensate at all, which I think is disgusting. I mean, I've pumped a lot of money into this place that I would say I'll be losing in the vicinity of 300,000, a dead loss. I might as well burn the money. It's just not right. As and where I'm going to go, that is a very good question, because I do not know where I'm going to go. I mean, it's going to cost me a lot of money to demolish this. So that's, and of course I'm retired now, I'm 65, and where I'm going to go, I have no idea. I don't have the finance to actually go and purchase an $800,000 home. So who knows where I go. Hopefully the government or Ngai Tahu can help out on that one.
My name is Peter Scarrett. I've been living here off and on about 36 years, and we come out here in 1952, that's when we first come out here, 52, 53, and we've been sort of here ever since. My kids have been out, brought kids up out here, and my grandkids and my great-grandkids have come out here. My father's ashes are out here, and my brother died out here. As far as the place goes, just part of our life, our family life, has been. Well, it's everything to me. That's why I'm here. I'm part of the furniture. I'm part of the place. The lake is part of us, part of our family. Well, we've been evicted by the tribe, Ngai Tahu tribe, and it's had a big effect on everybody around here, including me. You know, sort of, our lifestyle's gone, going to go, and I like the way I live, simple. I've got nowhere to go. So I've been to the housing corp, it's a waste of time. So I'm here, and I don't plan on leaving. This is my small backyard, so everything here I recycle. I make my own sauces, pickles. I sink my own well out here. And I pump the water up the tank, and I use the water from there on. And it's good water too. We've had it tested, there's nothing wrong with it. They're saying things like the water's no good and global warming. It's just all lies. It really is, you know. I cook on the coal range, that's all I got to cook on. It heats the place and heats the water. It's been like that for years. Oh, I love it, yeah. Good lifestyle, it suits me just fine.
My name's Malcolm Waller, and I've been living at Greenpark Huts since we bought them about 7 years ago. We bought them, my mother lives in the next door neighbours. We bought them because we're actually from a tribe that's very close in Little River. I'm a Ngai Tahu registered, and we wanted to pass this on for our kids as a batch, as somewhere to come, and to get in contact with their past. Since we've been living out here, it's been a real community sort of atmosphere and bitchy sort of place, more for looking after my mum, which she has a, sorry, she gets a lot of support from the community and all the people around. A lot of people out here are elderly, and although I don't live out here, I visit frequently. I love coming out here. Also my grandkids and my kids love it here. We spend a lot of time coming out, having barbecues and you know, mingling with the community. Since we've found out that we have to vacate, we have also been told that we have to demolition our places and remove them at our own cost. We can't afford this sort of thing going on, and it's become quite heartbreaking to know that this will be lost. We won't have this place anymore. We won't even have this on the map. And the whole idea of being here was to go back to my ancestry and bring that to my kids, which I can't do anymore. And being able to afford to take this place down, and this goes for, I have to support my mum, which I will always. I'll have to take hers down as well. And this is it's quite hard on my mum. She put all her money into her property. I only really bought this for the my grandkids, where I come from, and to be there for my mum in her old age. But it's quite hard for her because she has nowhere else to go. There is nowhere that she can go, and she has got her place looking lovely. It's her home. And it will be hard in the next 4 months to see what will happen with her and her emotions. We've already noticed the emotions in the last 2 years of not knowing of where we can go, what we can do, and how we can, if we can, how we can get together with Ngai Tahu and have a remedy to be able to stay here for a bit longer and keep this community until we do have our elderly departing. And there's nothing we can do about any of that when it comes to asking for help from Ngai Tahu or even correspondence from them. There is no correspondence. We understand that global warming is all over the world, and we struggle to understand why other parts of our lake are still going to be here, whether that's for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, it doesn't matter. Why do we have to go now? And it's understandable for a lot of people that there's no reason why we have to leave. And it would be nice to have a meeting with Ngai Tahu and see if there's something that we can do. This community is prepared to do anything to stay here.
I'm Lorraine Waller. I bought this house about 7 years ago. We lost our business, my partner and me, and then we broke up, and I came over here with some money and enough to buy this house. I thought I loved it. It's the first time I saw it, I loved it. We can see mountains over there, the farms over there, and out the back door I can see the lake. So my dog and I just love being here. I am Ngai Tahu. My great-great-grandmother was a married princess. They came from the Bay, the Banks Peninsula. Well, she did originally come from there. I just love the place itself. I love all the people around here. We are a very close community. I know that if I need help, there's always someone here to help me. You know, even take me to Lincoln sometimes. If they're going to Lincoln, they will take me with them. I've got my own car and everything, but they're very, very friendly. I think of them basically like family. And I hate the thought of losing what I've got here. I really do, and I don't understand why Ngai Tahu is doing that. If they gave us a good reason, I would understand, but because they're, okay, we've got the wrong toilets, but so have a lot of people got portaloos, and that doesn't go into the lake. When I first got told that I was going to lose this house, I went into Rangiora to find out about getting a state house. They told me, even though I had the paperwork saying we were getting kicked out, they told me that I had to sell a house and then it would be another 2 years before I could put my name down to apply for a house. And now it's worse. There's nowhere to go. I mean, I couldn't afford to rent a place. I couldn't afford it, and none of us could, I think. None of us could really afford to rent a house. So it's the wrong time for Ngai Tahu to be doing things like this. I just don't think they're looking after. They're looking after themselves, not their people.
My name's Anthony. Probably about close to a year and a half I've been here. It's going to be hard for me to go rent in the market because one, I have a dog and those places are really hard to find. To own a home, it is almost near impossible for someone in my era to actually own a home these days because of the price and the fluctuality and the wages. If I actually had to pay for a house that allows dogs, I'd probably be looking around the $600-700 mark. I'm a sheep shearer. It's nice being down here. If everything goes the way it's meant to go here, I'm just going to pick up and leave the country and just go to Australia where it's better off to live.
My name is Disco, and I bought this house in 2019, needing to come to a place for peace and recovery from a condition I already had. Anyway, after being here a year, Ngai Tahu announced that the lease is ending after having told me a year before they didn't know if the lease was ending, but of course they had to have known because 1 year later they announced it. So, that was my inheritance, and then my health basically gets worse every time there's a letter from them because the letters are quite mean. What they're doing is mean. And what should have happened is we should have been able to stay here until we die, or at least be paid out. But to lose everything and be expected to pay to demolish the only thing you own. Yeah, so anyway, I already had a nerve condition. It gets worse as they kind of drive the screws in as it gets closer. so I don't sleep much, and my body is not good. So this is my apple tree, which was just about to become a beautiful big apple tree. If you want some, go for it. This is my food, which I've started putting little ones into pots since I'm going to have to move. It's just beautiful here. So many birds. Yeah, it would have been so peaceful and beautiful had it not become a hell of stress.
My name's Lily Humphreys. I'm a tribe member of Ngai Tahu. Somewhat grew up in Greenpark Huts with my father and my uncle. Have been here since I was about 12-ish, 13.
My name's Neil Humphreys. I moved out here when we had the earthquake and that. I owned the house next door, and my brother passed away, so I sold the house next door and bought this one, planning on my retirement. And now I'm retired. I've been told I've got to get out. So all my money's gone into this place. So I think it's just not wrong to tell somebody that they've got to get out and they get nothing for it. I think it's wrong. But, yeah, I love it out here. It's bloody, we're a good, close knit community. We look after each other. We're always down helping each other, and you don't seem to see those now these days. They seem to be dying out, those places like this, and I'm just ashamed to see it go as far as I'm concerned. It's a stress. We don't know where we're going. Like I said, this is where I wanted to retire, finish out my days. Now I've got nowhere really to go, unless I live on the streets, live in a caravan or something. But, I've got nowhere to really move on to. I can't afford rent in town. There's no way on a pension you can. And the way the housing is at the moment, I'd be lucky to even get a house. So, getting rid of these seems stupid to me, because we're all in houses, we've got our own homes, and government don't have to worry about us.
I honestly have no idea where I'm going to go. Had a house in town that fell through, so now it's going to be a bit of a stretch to try and, find somewhere to go after Greenpark has to be pulled down. It's a bit of a stressful situation, especially knowing that my dad's whole life has been put into this property, and that everyone else out here is going to be struggling too. So it's a bit of a kick in the guts, I suppose.
Well, there's no reason. They haven't given us any reasons. Just, they've given us a whole lot of sea rising, we're polluting the lake, their place is not up to standards and all that, but that's all been wiped out there. I think the council or somebody done the test and said the water's all right here. But I got samples of water, our water from the well, and water from that pump shed down the end there, and I've shown people, and they said they wouldn't drink the water now. Just the colour of it going out to the lake, and ours is pure, clear right through. So it's not us that's polluting the lake. All our stuff is held in tanks, so they can't use that excuse. Yeah. I'm looking at losing probably about $90,000 out of this, and to me, if I lost that, then I've gone right back to where I started work again. There's no way I can afford another house. There's no way banks will give me a loan at my age. Yeah. Well, what I've heard around the place, I'm probably looking at probably $30,000 to $40,000 to pull this down and get rid of it all. So that's 30 or 40,000 I just ain't got. Yeah, I'll just explain about the lake, about the sea rising. All the time I've been here, and my brother before me, most of the lakes got up to the fence line here, and it was only shallow water, and the wind was blowing towards us to blow it into us. So at the most it gets is puddles, big puddles, and the water will run up along this fence and the creek here, along the creek, and that's as close as that water's ever got to me, to these huts, in all the years I've been here.
Andrew James Sloan. I've been living here since 2006. I was born and bred around this area, born up on the lake, fishing and hunting. I've been here since 2006 and I've enjoyed it every time, most of the time I've been here. I haven't lived here all the time. My mother was cook, so I've been in Lincoln and back out here. Well, I got nowhere to go. I didn't think that this would ever happen. Shocking really, especially when other places like Selwyn Huts get 15 years, blah blah blah. Ngai Tahu don't know what they're talking about the health of the huts and the community of the huts. Yeah. Well, my sister's Ngai Tahu, sister-in-law's Ngai Tahu, and she works at the marae. They've never been told about what's been going on. It all comes from head office.
Yeah, this is my wife Maureen. I'm Bert Frost. We've been here probably 8-9 years, just by memory. We just love coming down here, going floundering and doing the outdoorsy things. We used to bring our kids down here and go out hunting and fishing and do different stuff. Yeah, financially it's going to cost us a lot of money to get rid of it, or whether we shift it off and do whatever, but to me it's just unfair how they've gone about it. To me, I think they should buy us out. If they want the land back, they should buy us out. We've been leasing it off them for 8-9 years, like I said, and it's just a bit unfair. Yeah, well, we paid over $20,000 for it. It's valued at sort of 60 now with land value, but not that land value is anything here. But yeah, it's probably going to cost us $5,000 or $6,000 to shift it, or else get it demoed at our own cost, and we just can't afford that. It's heritage buildings, and to me this is over 100 years old, so how can we demo this, if you know what I mean? To me it's just wrong. It's just a Kiwi batch.
Yeah, my name's Mark Lasson. I've lived here at the Greenpark Huts for about 12 years. Uncle had a hut here probably in the early 70s. I came down and we visited here regularly, and yeah, great childhood memories of around this area and to do with the lake. Parents had a farm not far from here and we always lived on the lake, so yeah, it's quite a big part of the Lasson life. Yeah, it sort of shocked us all for a start, the excuses or reasons they gave for kicking us out of our homes. It's been bloody hard mentally, not knowing where or when, if you can find somewhere to live. No one here is a millionaire, otherwise we wouldn't be here, so you don't buy a Rolls Royce for many minor prices. And mentally it's always in the back of your mind, and then it comes to a bit more out the front, and you have days where you just don't really understand why. Bloody disappointing, Ngai Tahu and the government, why they are doing it.
My name is Diane McGill. I have 2 children, Thomas and Daniel, and we have had connections with Greenpark Huts since about 1983. My youngest son, who's now 38, came straight from the hospital when he was born out to our batch, and they have spent their whole life around here fishing and duck shooting and doing everything that kids love doing in the outdoors. I'm really disappointed that this has happened, and I don't understand why, if we have to get off here, we don't get some sort of compensation, because I do believe that the land is going to be used for something else. My late husband was Ngai Tahu, and my children are both Ngai Tahu, and they feel a very strong connection to the land that we have here. I just feel really sad and really sorry that it's come to this, that people that are living here are having to move away. The fact that a lot of them have nowhere to go as well is really unbelievable, and without compensation, it means they don't have a lot of money to do anything with either. So to me it's just wrong, and the government and everybody else, I've tried to go through Nicola Grigg, through the MP, and I got a response saying that she was actually on maternity leave. So I sent another email to say, well, if she's not available, is there anyone else that is representing the people of Selwyn? And that was a number of weeks ago now, and as yet I haven't had any response. Yeah, so I don't think this should be happening, and it's just so hard on everybody. It's just such a one-way street, and has been since Ngai Tahu were given the land without any thought of the people that were already using it and on it. That was by the government. So yeah, I guess that's why it's been so hard to get any response from anybody, because it has been impossible to get response from Ngai Tahu, to get response from the government, to get response even from the councils. But from the research that I've been doing, I can understand that, because everybody in the governmental departments are all involved in what Ngai Tahu want. So yeah, it's going to be difficult.